leave the Savuti Channel behind. As we head west, we see more open water and marshes. We're headed to the Okavango Delta, one of the largest inland river deltas in the world. It's only a short flight from Savuti Airstrip to the airstrip on the Vumbura Plains. The environment below quickly becomes a world dominated by water. There is dry land, but it's more likely to be seasonal floodplain than savanna. And we have arrived at Vumbura. Our guide, Savara, meets us with a safari vehicle, but we soon exchange it for a boat. The channel started out as hippo highways. We cruise by a raft of hippo, and we see a herd of lechwe, an antelope uniquely adapted to life in the delta. Our host Johan and his staff welcome us to Little Vumbura. To call our accommodations a tent hardly does it justice. It comes very well appointed, complete with a view over the water, and a deck to enjoy it from, and an outside bathtub with a view. A woodpecker and other birds welcome us as we walk back to the main tents. Wolfgang beats us to the goodies set out for afternoon tea. Appropriately, our afternoon excursion is on the water. There is an abundance of water lilies in the delta. We spend some time trying to capture the perfect reflection. The delta is home to over 400 species of birds. High on our list to see is the tiny malachite kingfisher. The African fish eagle is at the other end of the spectrum at 7 to 8 pounds and a 6-foot wingspan. Reeds and papyrus make up the vegetation. Small islands are formed by termite mounds collecting tree seeds. The reeds make a great environment for water birds. The jacana have an unusual lifestyle. The female has a harem of males. She lays the eggs, and the males have all the parenting duties from incubation, feeding, and protecting the brood. The chicks will climb under their father's wings for protection. The reeds silhouetted by the sunset make interesting photos as we enjoy our sundowners on the water. We're up before dawn. We start with a cold 20-minute boat ride this morning. Not far from the dock, there she is. A leopard walking with purpose. The light is perfect and the subject is beautiful. Even Savara has his camera out. She's being very cautious. She eyes us warily as she walks past. We see what she's worried about sitting in the high grass. She climbs a tree for one last check. We follow her to her kill, a warthog. She eats fast and checks for the hyena frequently. Then one last look at us, and she's off. The rest of the morning is all about birds. Then back to camp for lunch. The boat ride from camp to the parking area is much warmer this afternoon. Sherry spots a snake on the dock. Another leopard appears, a male this time. And more birds, lots more birds. we stopped to watch a troop of baboons. This common antelope with an uncommon name stops grazing to watch us. Then she heads to the water for a drink. There are vervet monkeys here too. Then our leopard mysteriously reappears and strikes a pose. It's been quite a day. It's time for sundowners. And a special treat with dinner tonight. Entertainment by the staff. It's another chilly early morning boat ride. The hippos are at their usual place. Checking on the leopard kill, we spot a hyena packing it away. Then another hyena appears. One backs off and strikes a submissive pose. The first one claims his prize. It's warming up and turning into a beautiful day. The baboons are out sunning themselves, and the birds are singing. We head for a waterhole to watch the activity. There's a small herd of wildebeest and a shy giraffe. It's a different subspecies than we've seen before. After a nice boat ride, we're welcomed back to camp for lunch. Then a little downtime in our tent. Our objective for this afternoon's game drive is sable antelope. Savara finds a herd of 20 or so of these impressive antelope for us. There's one male in the group, called a bull, and several female, and several calves. The bull's easy to pick out because of his black coat. Both the male and female have the ringed scimitar horns. This calf is from this year. This one's a yearling. The coat darkens with age. They're big. They weigh about 500 pounds and stand 4 feet at the shoulder. The males are a little bigger than the females, and the male's horns are up to 65 inches. We have a fast but very buggy boat ride back to Little Vumbura. This morning is our last game drive on the Vumbura Plains. We find a bachelor herd of lichwi. They have a water-repellent substance on their legs. The knee-deep water serves as protection from predators. While we're watching these elephants, Savaro hears on the radio of a lion sighting. We find them near where the sable were yesterday. It's 4 females, and it appears they took one of the sable. It looks like the handsome bull. Sable are one antelope that will fight predators, using those long horns as weapons. So he protected his family, and now will feed the lions. A hyena is waiting for scraps. Nothing's wasted. One of the lionesses focuses on something behind us. She starts to stalk. It's a sable calf, maybe separated from the herd during the attack. He gives an alarm call and runs off. We leave the lions to their meal. Not too far, we find a group of giraffe. Savaro spots a cheetah in the open. It's calling with little chirps. Savaro says it's a young female that's been hunting with a sibling. They must have become separated, and now she's calling for him. We find ourselves at the airstrip, and our airplane is landing. Our next adventure is about to begin.